Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some of the cards I picked up at the Twin Oaks card show this weekend. And my main goal in going to that card show was actually I really needed to grab some cards because I was really low on slabs, actually. I didn't realize how low I was until I got to the show, but I was able to pick up some pretty cool stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get into it. Here you go. I'm going to show you guys every card that I end up getting at the show and talk to you guys a little bit, how I got it, stuff like that, and see if you guys would have done the same deal as I have. And first, we're going to be starting off with a second-year Joe Burrow Kaboom. This card I may have not got the best deal on, but, football is hot right now, and I have a super low on football, so I really wanted to buy this card. I've never actually owned a Kaboom, which is crazy. I went from having one Kaboom to two, but I really wanted this card. Joe Burrow is going to be pretty hot, I think, and this could be a good pickup. I actually grabbed this card. I traded a $122 card and gave the guy $720, I believe. So pretty much right on comps, if not a little bit over, but no one is selling football right now at a discount because football is so hot right now. So, you kind of, and honestly, it was a little slow, and I just wanted to make a buy. This is a pretty cool card. I don't think I could lose on it too much, but, so that's the story behind the Joe Burrow. I picked this up for $700, essentially like $800. I paid essentially $800 for this. Let me know down below if you guys thought that was a good deal, fair deal, or you guys wouldn't have done it. So, that's the first one. We got the Joe Burrow second-year Kaboom. Getting into our next card is the Trevor Lawrence Contenders Optic Auto. I have always wanted this card. Honestly, I need some T-Law, man. T-Law's hot going into the season. I feel like that's a guy you can't lose with, so someone came up to my table and had this, and honestly, he stayed pretty firm as well. I ended up getting, I might have paid a little bit strong on this card, but I think later on down the road, I'll show you guys in a little bit after this. I got a better deal on that card to make up for this one, so I actually paid, I believe, $950, and comps were at like $1,050 to $1,100. So I didn't, I got a little bit of a deal, but I mean, another card. I don't think you can go wrong with T-Law right now, especially with football season coming up and all the hype. This card, I don't, especially if he ends up playing good, you can't go wrong with this card. Beautiful card, and it was my first T-Law. I've always wanted a big T-Law card too. So let me know down below if you guys would have done the deal, passed on it, or decent deal. Our next card is, okay, so the story behind this one is, obviously you guys know I don't watch a ton of basketball. I mean, I know who the big guys are, and for some reason I've always liked this Luka card with the on-card auto, just the way it looked. I've always thought this was a beautiful card. And it's always been a grail card of mine. Honestly, I'm not a huge Luka fan by any means or Dallas Mavericks fan. I just really liked how the card looked. And it actually worked my way to the table. And I actually traded that Trey Lance slab from Select. That was a PSA 10 out of 49 auto. I traded him that in a couple $100 for this card. My reasoning behind that was I would way rather have money into Luka right now than Trey Lance because there's just so much unknown with Trey Lance right now. As soon as the news article comes out of that he's not starting or he's not playing well or, anything like that, that card crashes and goes to zero. So I was just kind of trying to dump that card immediately, and I figured, you know what? I've always wanted this card, and I'd rather have money into Luka than Trey Lance right now. And yes, I know it is going into the off season, so it is kind of a bad time to buy basketball, but I'll grade this up and, I'll hold it for a couple months or something like that. We'll see how it goes depending on grade. I feel like I got a pretty fair deal on it, and I got into a safer investment versus Trey Lance. So let me know down below if you guys would have done that deal as well. Our next card, we have another Luka. So this is the second card I bought in the deal with the Trevor Lawrence Contenders Optic Auto. And this one, so this is the card that I got a pretty fair deal on. The same guy came to my table. Was a super cool guy, and if he's watching, man, shout out to you, man. It was super cool meeting you, and you had a lot of really cool stuff, but he pulled this one in a break, and so he had a lot more room on it. He wasn't that attached to it, and so I believe I ended up paying $1,100 for this one, and the last one that sold was in $1,600 range. So I did get a good deal on this one, and I'm going to send this one to get graded as well. I took a look at it, and it seemed like it, corners are sharp. I couldn't find any print lines or anything like that. So we're going to send all these in too, at least all the raw ones, and you guys will see a video of them getting back from PSA as well. So let me know. And honestly, I was kind of scared about this one, and the reason why I told them I didn't want to pay too high is because obviously Crown Royale just came out, and when a product just comes out, product's hot, people are overpaying a little bit, and so I know, a week or two from now, that number may start going down a little bit, but who knows? I'm going to send this in to get graded, and hopefully, if it tens, then that pays for the 2 cards plus some. So we'll see, guys. I went from having no Lukas to 2 Lukas, which is, it's funny how the world works. And honestly, I had no Kabooms, and now I have 2 Kabooms. So that's the story behind this Luka. Let me know down below if you would have done that. And the last card that I picked up is an oldie. We got this Lew Alcindor 1969 Tallboy card. And man, this one, I grabbed it. I think I got it for a pretty fair deal, and I want to grade it. It's in really, really good shape, but I've already had offers, double and triple what I put into it. So I may not just get greedy, and it is going to one of my buddies that wants it. So just take the money, and he's not going to grade it. He really actually wants it for his collection. He keeps stuff raw, and so I figured, I do a nice thing for a buddy who's helped me out a lot, and I don't have to, if I do send it to grading, no matter what everyone thinks, everyone that I showed this card that looked at it, they're like, that should easily 4 or 5, and that's a $1,300 to $1,600 card if it does get those grades. But who are we? No one can just say what a grade will get. PSA is the only company that'll do it, and if this ends up getting 1 or 2, then I might pretty much break even or lose money. So I figured, what, take the money while it's there, not get greedy. And so this one will probably be sold here within the next couple of days. So let me know if you guys, I think I paid $300 for this card. Let me know down below if you guys would have done it, would have passed, or So those are the cards I picked up this weekend. I think the total I spent, which, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I haven't really done the math. I think, should have been anywhere somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000. I think my favorite card is, honestly, one of these. Obviously, the Luka. I've wanted to have this card for a long time. Joe Burrow, Kaboom. And it's just really hard to buy football right now, so I am trying to stock up on football right now. But I think one of these is probably going to be my favorite card, or the Luka. Honestly, I love them all, so leave a comment down below. Let me know what your guys' favorite card was, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day, guys.